It's amazing the things that many Christians are saying, and especially now that religion is becoming such an integral part of politics. Now, here we have Governor Rick Perry. He thinks evolution is bad science and doesn't comport to the Bible as well as global warming. Now, I agree with him that, of course, evolution is not proper science. Last night, an individual and I were discussing it. And this is not about evolution, but this is about global warming. But with global warming, I don't think that I agree with him that it's against the scripture. Now, in the last days, um, God says in Revelation that when He pours out the vial, that the sun is going to be scorching men and burn them and so forth. But this is the fourth vial, and the others with darkness and so forth. And those have not happened as yet. Those are still for the future. I do believe, and science is very clear with it, that the temperatures are higher, and this is objective, than other times in recent history. We have been record temperatures, and this is verifiable. What I don't agree with their reasoning. They're saying that probably carbon dioxide is responsible for this. And I'm arguing that perhaps we have, first of all, the ozone thinning, which is a part of it. Because if you remember in the beginning, there was no winter and there was no summers and so forth. It was just an even temperature around the world. And that before the flood. The water in the atmosphere would get heat up during the day, and at night it would let out the heat, so that you had a kind of instead of maritime influence, you had a cloud influence or agua influence, agua arriba, agua arriba influence, water from a high influence, where the heat would come down and so on, and keep it average. So no scorching heat during the day and no blinding cold at night. But after the flood, it changed, and so we had winters and the various seasons now. But I think that that is the reason why temperature would have increased. And if we're doing activities on Earth that is diminishing the ozone and other atmospheric things up there, then that could be a problem. I have postulated a theory that by going to space and putting junk out of our atmosphere, we're lightening the Earth. And since we're under the influence of the moon and the sun, this is why we might be having higher tides and more prone to flooding. And also, we're going close to the sun, which means also it's going to be heating up. So to say that global warming is bad science, it might be it's not religious or it's against the biblical teaching, then I think it's stretching it too far. As I said, I believe there is an objective study to establish that we're hotter now than times past, and even recent times past. It's just the reasoning. It's not necessarily the carbon dioxide, but it could be because we're lightening the earth, taking things off the earth and putting it elsewhere, causing us to be coming on. Because you see, science is so precise, and fractions of things like poisoning. If arsenic is in the water at a certain sort of a quantity, so many parts per billion, you're okay-ish. But if it goes beyond that, you could die. So with the weight of the earth, if you go beyond a certain weight or go under a certain weight, you'll be coming under the influence of being pulled somewhere. So I think that's the reason why Mr. Governor Perry